The Europeans, Jewish people, are from Abraham.
Right. Oh, they are from Abraham.
They are from Abraham.
Right.
They were Hebrews.
Right. Oh, they were Hebrews, right?
But they are not from the seed of Jacob. They're from the seed of Esau.
Okay, listen, it's a bit of a silly argument because
Sorry for laughing. That's the first one I heard that.
Yeah, I can prove that too.
So I think that that's a big part of it, is that it's almost like if people could see anew what an astonishing thing it is to have a country like the United States of America, which for everybody, but I just want to speak as a Jew, you have to say this is a historical miracle, that this is a place where Jews can practice their religion freely and not, I mean, it's unprecedented in Jewish history. I don't think that the best way to believe in God is to have no doubt.
Really?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because I think that any faith, when it struggles, becomes stronger and should have a dark side as well as a bright side.
In Jewish witchcraft, known as Kabbalah, the Jew must practice balance. The Zohar, the primary text of Kabbalah, teaches that Jewish holiness comes from the union of opposites. The union of opposites theme of Kabbalistic balance means when the Jew gives charity or shows kindness, he must balance it by stealing and being cruel. When the Jew teaches children lessons of morality, he must then sodomize them in the mikvah, the ritual bath. When the Jew welcomes his neighbor into his midst, he must then stab him in the back. When the Jew marries a woman, he must masturbate to porn and or have sex with another man. Jews believe and teach that they are a people apart from the Gentiles, Goyim, and that Gentiles cannot understand them. And quite frankly, Gentiles can't. They're too upright. And they think of an evil man only doing evil actions. But Jews don't operate this way. Gentiles are seen by Jews as thinking in generalizations, extremes, and clinging to one side or the other. A Jew is a fence sitter who plays both sides, who does good with his left hand and evil with his right hand. A Kabbalist integrates these two opposing poles within himself, ever balancing each act, entwining the pillar of mercy with the pillar of severity, thus entering into the middle pillar where the lines are blurred from the extremes of good and evil. Jews believe they are beyond good and evil, and that they unify these opposing forces in balance to be used to enter into Jewish holiness. This holiness bypasses the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, of which the Kabbalah sees as the doctrine of the ancient mystery school, so as to cross over to the tree of life, which is beyond dualities. A Jewish acolyte who has done too much evil is sent to rehabilitate himself with good works. A Jewish acolyte who has done too much good is made to indulge in evil. Only by Kabbalistic balance does the Jew believe he can achieve the pinnacles of what it means to be a Jew, that is, to attain to holiness. As the Jew climbs the Tower of Babel, in the end, he announces that God and Satan are one.
up. I don't want to hold you over too long. There was one more viral image going around, and this is the one everyone's been talking about. Is this, Dirk just pulled up on screen, stained mattress that was pulled out of the tunnel being carried by members of the synagogue. So there's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. I don't want to go down any tasteless rabbit holes. But David, if you could, explain why was there a mattress in the tunnels and what is this stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, it's not feces.
What
the
is
stain
it?
is blood, and basically we did rituals. I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring them down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about him on the news. So he died many years ago, but we have rituals that we believe we can bring him back. And so...
so how do these rituals
work? Was that
work?
the main guy who was sort of instructing on the tunnels?
Well, that was a long time. He's like the head rabbi, and he's the guy that we look for direction.
Right, and the news was saying that he is potentially not passed on.
Right, that's right. So we don't know that, so we try to do rituals to try to
bring him back.
Correct, exactly.
So how do these, can you explain the rituals and why does it involve a mattress?
I don't want to go into the details of the rituals, but basically we don't put the body on the floor, we put the body on the mattress, and sometimes we might make an incision somewhere on the body and a little bit of blood will come out. But I don't want to go into the details.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you mentioned when we talked on the phone that you brought a book with you.
Yes.
Is this...
Yes, this is the type of book I bought, and this is the type of book that describes different types of rituals and things of that nature.
So how does that, can you explain the book?
Well, it's too detailed to go through the book. It's a detailed book, but I suggest if you have a chance and you want to get the book, you can read it.
The Book of Living and Dying.
Yes, the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying.
So where did you guys learn? You guys use this for the rituals? Is this an ancient Judaism thing?
No, we use some different books, and this is one of the books.
So how did you learn of this though?
Again, through other members.
Okay. And you don't want to get into the ritual at all? So you're laying someone, who are these bodies that you're putting on the mattress?
These are basically members of the synagogue who recently passed away.
Oh. So they're dead.
Right, they're already dead.
Oh.
You missed that part, Tony?
Understood the urgency of the rise of Nazism were Zionists, and they organized to rescue Jews from Germany under the auspices of the Jewish Agency for Palestine. The Romance of a People, which the Jewish Agency for Palestine supported and sponsored, was the highlight of Jewish Day at the Chicago World's Fair. It was really something that there even existed a Jewish Day at the fair. There were a lot of ethnic days, and we'll talk a little bit about how Jewish Day came to be one of them. But it was the highlight. It would use a chorus of over 3,500 people, colossal stage properties, as you can imagine, amplified sound, the very latest in lighting effects, music that spanned 4,000 years of Jewish history and experience in diaspora. And you may ask, how could a minority population coming under attack, as it was, assert its pride so forcefully at an international exposition? And the answer lies, I think, in the special conditions of the World's Fair that sought to bring the whole world into one concentrated space, but that is also in large part attributable to the men and women who created and pushed the production forward. And so the people behind the pageant, the producers, one really cannot speak of the romance of a people without speaking of one key figure who produced the pageant against resistance and in spite of the gargantuan undertaking it was to create a performance event that would fill soldiers.